In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 2 stocks to keep in your watch list for tomorrow and for the next few months, especially after the results from the elections. We're also going to be doing an update on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Alright, y'all, let's dive right into it right off the bat. The market made a massive move between yesterday and today. It kind of like rebounded at the low, and I warned you guys about this level, especially with the Dow Jones, right? With the way it was creeping and holding above 42,000. Obviously, I didn't expect the move to be this violent. I knew that a bullish move was going to happen, but at this pace, I didn't think it was going to be this fast. But we got it. And so far, if you've been bullish and if you followed the last stock that I gave you guys in the last video, y'all should have made plenty of money. We're going to touch on that real quick. But for right now, the market is bullish. The market likes the results from the elections, and I have an alert right here at 44,763. And I think that's going to ring by the end of this week. Like tomorrow, again, after every massive candle, there's usually a doji that follows. All right. And also tomorrow, there's FOMC, which y'all should be paying very close attention to. All right. The expectations for tomorrow is a 25% base cut. And when that base cut comes in, there might be a buying opportunity long after the dip. I repeat, after the drop. All right. And the drop with this one could be right here. Let me go on the 10-minute, and then we're going to scroll back right here, and we're going to draw this line right there. All right. So tomorrow, this thing is going to consolidate around 44,000, and then there's going to be a whipsaw at around 1 p.m. Central Time, which is the FOMC meeting, and watch for the retest of that level right here between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. It should be quite rapid. It may even dip a little bit lower right there and cause a bear trap for anybody who is looking to swing short right there. Just be on the lookout for that. The most important thing is, how is it going to close? All right. And I think it's going to close above 44,000, regardless of this dip, whether it happens or not. And the trend going into Friday will continue to be bullish. And this bell up here is going to ring. All right. Now looking at the SPY. The SPY did its thing. Before the elections result was out, the contracts were kind of inflated. Yes, this is a big move, but the contracts were only up by like maybe 180 to like 200%. It wasn't like the Dow Jones, which were up by like 800 or 900%. It wasn't like that. This one, QQQ and IWM, those contracts were inflated, but they got cheaper during the middle of the day. There was a bullish opportunity right here for anybody who may have caught it and taken that day trade long. All right, the opportunities were there, even if you missed the jump. Now, let's discuss the first stock to keep in your watch list. It's quite early, which is a good thing. All right, and because Trump won the elections, they're putting out bullish news out here regarding oil companies and gas. Y'all can read that right there. All right, read it. But the main reason why I want to share it with you, have your alert at 52 bucks. There is an ascending triangle cooking on the chart, and tomorrow, if we see a dip at first from the FOMC, we could see it drop all the way down to 51.30 before we push up again and close above 52. A beautiful setup for Friday. All right, for the push on Friday. So just keep your alerts right here. Tomorrow, it may not do too much, and the contracts could get even cheaper, which is exactly what we want. We want cheap contracts, and we want a nice breakout for the great entry. That's what we want. How high could this thing go? Again, this video is for tomorrow. Long term, it could go like way up here at 70 bucks. All right, long term, kind of like what happened out here. We could see that again by like the end of 2025. We could see that. All right, but this video is for tomorrow, and the levels of resistance, the levels to watch for is first the gap fill of 54 bucks, which I believe could happen on Friday if what I just told y'all plays out the way I drew it, and I think it's going to do so. All right, and if it does, I would definitely be long on this one. So this gap has to get taken care of. There's another one all the way up to the top at 55. Could it get there on Friday? That's a little bit delusional, but it's not impossible, as you can see what happened today. All right, today's pretty much a good example that, yeah, price targets may be a little too high, but it's not impossible for them to reach at a really rapid pace. All right, so this is the first one, Oxy. Now the next one that I want to share with you guys in today's video is AMD. Now AMD is trying to make a turnaround. It dropped all the way, it got close to 130, like it got to 140. It's trying to curl back up. Today, two stocks in the semiconductors had earnings. ARM, which kind of, it actually fell. I believe it fell. Yeah, it didn't hold up. It didn't do too well through earnings. But we have Qualcomm, which did okay through earnings. Have your alerts right here. One of them is going to push, but the one that y'all should be keeping your eyes on is AMD, because it has more volume and it typically runs with QQQ, like it's not left out. So this is definitely something to keep on your watch list. Is there any specific structure on here that I like? Not necessarily. Somebody could argue this. I saw it yesterday and I didn't really trust it because it didn't get out in time. But as of right now, the way it is, I think it's going to climb. It's only a matter of time before it gets back up here to 152. All right, maybe at some point next week. Now let's do an update. In the last video, I gave you guys Amazon. And congratulations to anybody who made some money on Amazon. I've been looking in the comment section, and it looks like y'all played this one correctly. I've told y'all, watch the retest of 195 and watch for the clues to hint for the bullish move. And the clues are drawn on the chart, as you can see right here. Let me explain it step by step. First, we have the retest right here. All right, the day after I make the video, the contracts get cheap. And then yesterday, we have the ascending triangle, which breaks out at 10 o'clock for the day trading opportunity right here. There is another bullish pennant that appears, not the cleanest, but it is there. And it does have a breakout in the last 5 minutes. I saw it, but I didn't take a trade on that one. I took a trade on something else, which I'm going to show you. But for the sake of this update, let's just go through it. Now, after this bullish pennant, there is another bullish pennant that forms. Again, for anybody who, let's say you didn't buy here, or you didn't buy here, or you didn't buy here, right? The last chance to make money on Amazon before it went up to between 205 and 210, like I told y'all in that video, was right at 9 o'clock. All right, for that final move. So congrats to anybody who made money on it. The trade that I took was actually, let's go in a Discord. Now, the trade that I took was on BRKB. All right. It had a bullish pennant, but it was really small on the 5 minute. And it broke out like that, right at 445. And again, as soon as I see these structures, I know the beginning and I know the end. My rules are well defined. And I buy the contracts that I like for a long. All right. And there was some other structures on here that form. For example, Caterpillar also had a bullish pennant yesterday. This one was on the 1 hour time frame with the price target of 403. I posted this at like 10 o'clock at 9 a.m. right after that 1 hour candle closed, which was the confirmation for a long. All right, it stayed clean throughout the entire day, along with this one. All right, and I ended up choosing. Let's go up here. I ended up choosing BKRB, and this morning it actually gapped up a lot with the banks. Let me scroll down here. It gapped up all the way up to like 460 right here. It went way beyond my price target and opened up really high, and I ended up selling it like a minute after this thing opened. Like, I didn't waste too much time. Let's go back to ThinkorSwim. All right, the reason why I got rid of it so quick is because number one, it was at resistance, and the contracts, I looked at the profits, they were over 250%. And let me see here. There you go. All right. And also I saw the spike over the pre-market high right at 463. So I just sold into the spike, and that was pretty much it for the day. All right. Is it going to go any higher? Is Caterpillar gonna go any higher? Yes, but not tomorrow. This was the bulk of the move. They both overexceeded expectations. Like, the YOLO calls on both of them went up by over 1,000%. This is not the level that you want to be greedy on these two stocks. All right, you just want to chill and wait for new structures to appear. All right, now the last stock that we're going to discuss in today's video, since we got time, right, that stock is going to be Tesla. Now Tesla is going to be a good one for tomorrow. Let me type this thing right. There you go. So Tesla's going to be a really good one for tomorrow. And I say that because I have alerts on here. Y'all see what I'm doing. With the pullback that I think is going to happen tomorrow from FOMC, there could be a massive opportunity for Tesla long. All right. It's a similar play to Amazon. Hopefully this thing drops to 272. And makes the contracts even cheaper before we run to 304. All right, that's just my that's my only thought that I have on it. Maybe things can change tomorrow. Maybe we see new structures. Maybe it just leaves everybody behind. Or if you have it, like, you might just have to sell it at the open if it opens up too high. Right? It's either one of these options are going to happen. One of these choices, but. Keep this one in your watch list for sure. That's really all I'm gonna say. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, along with the details of the contracts, and most importantly, why I buy or why I get into the trades that I take. That way you get to learn along the way. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm Paul Goodman at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Weibo, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.